If you watched the most recent Madden 26 MCS Pro Tournament where John Beast beat Henry in the championship, you may have noticed that pretty much every pro player has switched to a new offense, and that is the Jets playbook. So in today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to run the Jets offense and break down why all the pros are now running it, showing you some of the best and most unique plays you can use in this playbook so you can win more games like a pro. Let's get into it now. So far this year, a lot of pro players had been running the Jaguars playbook, mostly because it had the bunch X nasty and then some other very good formations. But pretty much all those players, including Henry, switched to the Jets. In fact, John Beast and Henry both were running the Jets in the championship. Now, I'm going to go over pretty much everything you need to know about the Jets playbook, but its gun bunch X nasty is probably the best thing by far in the game right now. Now, lots of playbooks have this formation, but very few have the plays that the Jets do. So I'm going to break down some of the more unique plays. Drive wide corner. You're going to see that this play actually has a speed running back route out of the backfield. This route to Gibbs is like an in route, but it gets a speed burst. So like if you're playing somebody that runs man, this is going to be a really hard play to stop, as you guys can see there, as it just breaks free of the defender. Now, I guess I picked an all-out blitz, so I ended up getting hit right as I was trying to release the ball. But you guys can see what I'm talking about. Like, this route is going to be really difficult to contain out of the backfield. For the guys that love to play man-to-man, you can just throw a drag in there, like you see the circle, and you have two really quick routes that are going to be very hard to stop. So that unique running back route is really, really hard to stop. So that's just one play. There's many others. You have the Y flat goal line play. You have the mesh spot play, spacing switch. So one of the most unique things about this playbook is it has several routes like spacing switch. And what do I mean like spacing switch? Well, spacing switch has probably the best overall route in the game, which is this running back flat route. I want you guys to notice the difference and why this route is so good. And if you're enjoying this content and want more just like it, make sure you subscribe to the channel and drop me a like on the video. So you can kind of freestyle from this play and run a ton of setups just because of how good this running back route is. I want you guys to notice the big difference between this route and just a regular flat. So you can see here that this guy, he's manned up, but he's simply just going to beat his defender into the flat, and you'll see he never breaks stride. He runs his route fast, he catches it in stride, and he immediately turns it upfield. Now, I want you guys to notice the difference where if I just hot route the running back on a flat. So I'm going to hot route him to a flat route. This is a hot routed route. Notice the difference here. He does not run this route fast, and that leads him to getting hit right as he's catching the ball. Now, yeah, he broke the tackle, but if you see me do this again, notice how the running back slows down on the hot routed flat route. See how he slows down? And that just leads to bad animations. Real quick, guys, if you want to dominate Madden 26 and win more games, check out my VIP membership on Sportsgamerz.com. This is where I post all my premium content, including all the offensive and defensive ebooks I release all year long, in addition to premium Madden Vault weekly tip updates. You will learn the proven strategies thousands of players have used to win more games, and over 99% of my members say that they win more games with my tips. Click the link in the description to join now and start winning more games today. So you're seeing that because of that slowdown on a hot routed running back route or just others, you're not going to get near as much yards after the catch. You see here, there's no slowdown. He catches that in full stride, and he's able to get lots of yards. Now, the thing about Jets playbook that is so unique is like a lot of playbooks have space. Well, not a lot, but a decent amount of playbooks have spacing switch. But there's a lot of other plays in this playbook that have that same route. So like here, bunch tight end, spacing. Another big reason people switch the Jets is because of their bunch tight end. The RPO might be the best RPO in the game, but then on top of that, you have spacing, which then allows you to, again, freestyle and just do a million different route combos off of this one play. So like you could do something very simple like this where you have a flat corner, but then you can do like a post streak drag over the middle. But you're going to see same thing here. This running back route, see how he just runs it fast? He catches it in stride. And we just had the outside corner manned up to the running back, and it literally didn't matter. Even though the corner had position on the running back, it did not matter because of the fact that is he just runs the route too fast. Now, once again, I want you guys to notice if I just hot route the flat, notice the huge difference. This is a hot routed flat. Now notice, he slows down to catch it, and we basically, unless Gibbs goes crazy, we get nothing. But wait, there's even another route in this playbook or play that has that same route, and that's going to be out of the tight open. You actually saw John Beast. He was audibly into tight open a lot, and he was running a lot of good plays from this formation. But the spacing play is the main one because once again, it has the same route. So when you have this route, you can literally do anything you want. Anything you want, you can do. It is a really tough play because of the running back route. You see again, look, we never break stride. We did catch it behind our body, but that was just because it was a bad throw. That had nothing to do with the route. But once again, he's never slowing down on this route. He's catching it. He's off. This is a great play. So you can see that the passing in this playbook is really good. You have a bunch of the unique running back routes to get speed boosts out of the backfield. You have probably the best RPO in the game, but wait, there's more. So one of the biggest reasons why everybody was in Jaguars before, let me tell you, Jaguars are still good, but they had probably the best, or they have probably the best red zone in the game, in the game, because they have the trips tight end and they have like the QB zone, the power, and obviously the RPO. Now, Jets doesn't have the power or the zone to the quarterback out of the trips tight end offset, but they have they have more QB runs. You just need to know where to find them. First of all, they actually do have a speed option. So if you kind of want to run it the same way, where you kind of just turn it upfield and almost turn it into a quarterback run, you can do that kind of just like this. You just turn upfield. Now, I ran into my blockers. I did a horrible job there. But you can kind of see what I'm doing. I'm literally just turning the ball upfield like that. And, you can get yardage. But that's actually not the best play to utilize. There's ones that are way better. I'm just kind of showing you that you could kind of run the speed option the same way. But the formations you actually want to look at are going to be the A slot and the wing slot offset. Because these formations have the quarterback power. The quarterback power is really good. And there's something that's unique about the quarterback power out of these formations you can't really do with the zone. So here you guys can see there's actually two tight ends to this side. So you'll see we can just run, turn it upfield, and get yards. And again, I'm just doing a really bad job here. Let me actually try to do better. And yeah, we get in. The thing that's unique about this one specifically is that there's two tight ends on the right side. So if somebody's running these overload man blitzes, that's not going to really work because, there's just too good at blocking. Now this one, the QB power of the A slot is pretty cool. And it's not have the same blocking because, you'll have tight end on each side, so it's more balanced. And why I like this one is, let's say that they're overloading the right. Okay, they're overloading the right. You can actually, this is unique, you can flick the right analog stick if they're overloading one side or the other to flip the run to the other side. So we could run this to the left and cut it up, get in there. So you can see that these quarterback runs are actually really good when you just need some yards on the goal line. They are really tough. I would definitely run the powers over the speed option. Now, there's actually some QB zones in here too. You just need to go to the empty sets. So this does have a QB zone from the flex tray. Again, you just need to know where to find them. So this is going to be like a 5 wide, and you can cut it up, get that yards, and you're good. Now, there's even, to me, a more glitchy formation that I didn't see anybody using, but I've actually run this playbook a decent amount this year, and you'll see that empty ace has a quarterback zone and also basically a jet touch pass off the same look with the auto motion. So you can definitely run these two. It's going to give the look of an auto motion with two tight ends on the line, and you get the jet touch pass built off the QB power. So this is as we end up fumbling, I think. So that's definitely another good one to have in your back pocket. Now, if you just look throughout this entire playbook, you do see that there are a ton of different shotgun formations. The doubles wide nasty is pretty good too. But to me, you're mostly going to want to use the bunch X nasty, the bunch tight end, and then the doubles flex wide close. These are probably the three best formations in the game, in my opinion, as well as the tight open. John Beast actually used this a lot, so I'm not saying it's not as good. It is very good too. I just like the other three better. And then I would use the QB powers from the two tight end sets, like this wing slot or A slot or whatever you want to call it, in the red zone when you need to run the quarterback. If you don't have a fast quarterback, you probably should just utilize these Jalen Hurts because he can get all the team chems to boost his speed. I would use this in the red zone. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that like button. Until next time, it's your boy Duke, and I'm out of here.